Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming, and we're back in the Watcher of Realms. Now, something came up in guild chat the other day. We were just chatting about healing effect, and there was a conversation whether the healing effect sort of soft cap was about 100, sort of popular belief, and then someone saying they believed it had been moved and that sort of thing. And I thought, well, I'll take the chance and I'll go around have a couple of runs and see what we do with it and see what happens. So if you don't know what healing effect does, is sometimes you'll see on your gear it'll have a thing called healing effect, and what that does is when you cast a heal, it improves that heal. So there's no good having healing effect on you if you're being healed. That does no good for you whatsoever. That doesn't improve anything for you. But the heals that you cast out are improved if you have healing effect on there. Now, for a long time, it's been a popular belief that we've had what's known as diminishing returns on there. So one healing effect is not the same as, or isn't 10 times weaker than 10 healing effect. There's a scale on there. So whether the scale goes like that, or whether it's linear or whatever, it just sort of gets to a point and then it sort of tapers off is the common belief. So I thought I'd run around and slowly start putting on healing effect and then seeing how much I get healed for. So that's precisely what's happening here in the background. I've taken my mid-an, I've got an amulet on there, and I'm just enhancing it one level at a time to get a small amount of healing effect on there each time. Now, mid-an heals off HP, so when we get attack percentage on there, that doesn't affect us. It's only if we've got HP on the piece of gear that's going to mess up her healing. So realistically, what I've been doing is I put her down, I let the boss hit her, and then I see how much she heals for, and then you'll see a pause in the game. Now this is where I've gone over and I've noted down this is how much she's healed for, etc., and this is how much healing effect she's got. So I've got a number of healing effect and the amount she got healed for. I thought what I'd do is I would plot all that out, and then I can have a look at where we go for, and then have an idea of how much healing effect you get for how much healing. So that was the basic premise of it. Now, I've used mid-an for a couple of reasons. Firstly, because I had a spare one about. I thought I can play around with her without any skills on her. So she's got no skills, so that doesn't affect anything. I don't think it would have made a great deal of difference anyway, but I thought I can have a rough idea then of a naked, so to speak, mid-an without any skills on her, and then I can I use my other one that is leveled up. I'll go and put some gear across there and slowly work up throughout the gear. It will avoid in HP because that would affect the heal differently. So as long as I can avoid HP, then I can just creep up the healing effect on there and see what happens with it. And that's essentially what I've done. This is a video, and it's the results of what we get after you slowly work your way up through healing effect like this. This was realistically it, and then we find another piece of gear and we slowly add that on, and more, and then I slowly worked my way up to around the 200 healing effect mark, and then mark down each time what we're healed for. So that's essentially what the whole video is about, what it peaks out at, or what in my experience here is sort of where you get your best bang for your buck, sort of the middle ground, and where the end is. So we'll speed the video up so we can motor through it a bit quicker, because otherwise it's really laborious. It was laborious to do, but even worse just to watch it. So the idea is by the end of it we'll find out hopefully where there's a good place of how much healing effect you can have, where it sort of tapers out, and where you're getting those really slim margins when you start putting any more on. So the healing effect as well, now it's only when you're healing, but bear that in mind. As we said earlier, the other important thing to note is that if you're using an amulet that makes you heal, or if you've got a Volker down on your team, so you're healing on your basic attack, then healing effect does affect you. So do bear that in mind. If you've got a healing effect on there and your character doesn't heal, it does nothing. If you've got a Volker down there all of a sudden and you're healing on your basic attack, that healing effect will actually help you out in your heal for a bit more. So a little bit of healing effect on your gear if you've got Volker down can give you a bigger margin than having a lot of healing effect on there. Now the other thing to bear in mind is, at no point, if you're stacking healing effect, does it go down, or it didn't up to around the 200 mark, it doesn't go down where you're getting less healing. You're always improving your healing, just the amount that you're healing, you're improving the heal by shrinks. So for example, at, I don't know, the 90 mark, you might be getting 10 points of extra heal for each 1 point of healing effect you have, yet come 200 then you're only getting 1 or 2 points of healing per bit of healing effect you put on. But you are always improving the amount you're getting, so it's not a complete loss. Now what we ended up with after we'd done all this was, I thought what I should do is I will put it in to a graph, and I'll plot it all down. I'll do a nice Excel spreadsheet on it and all that sort of good stuff. And I thought, no, that seems like a waste of time for me. So what I ended up doing was I put it into ChatGPT and let that do it for me instead. So that worked out really well for me. Now, essentially what I ended up with is, and this is only what I ended up with, it might be different, it might be wrong, it's not a precise science that I've done or anything like that, it's just my runs that I've done, and you can see them going on in the background. So the best range, or the most bang for your buck, is up to 90. You get a lot of extra healing for a small amount of healing effect. Okay, from 90 through to 150, you still get a fair amount. I think it's a good increase in what you get. As you get towards 150, it does start to slow down. And then after 150, that's where diminishing returns really kick in, and your investment is quite hampered. I think at that point you're going to want to invest into other things like rage regeneration, so you can sort of get some more ults off, or attack speed, so you can start doing more heals. That sort of thing I think will really help you out, as opposed to actually stacking up healing effect. So for me, the soft cap, or sorry, the best bang for your buck up to 90. From 90 to about 150 is still good, but anything past 150 you're really starting to taper off. That's what I found. I mean, go for broke, do what you need to do on your account, but for me, around about 150 I think is sort of peak optimal healing effect. Okay, right, that's me done. I will see you all in a video again soon, or later. I've still got the free to play challenge to do as well, so we've got that going on in the background as well. Right, thank you very much for your time. I see you all in a video again tomorrow. If you can, do me a favor and leave the old thumbs up, like and subscribe, helps you out massively. The more I can grow the channel, the more I stand a chance of getting on the test server, because I'm not allowed on there, or they don't let me on there, and I can do more of this sort of stuff on there, because then I'm not using my own gear and my own resources, so that would help me out massively. Okay, right, so thank you very much. Cheers, goodbye.